What's up, everybody? Welcome in. We're gonna get into this. I don't even want to talk about why I'm jumping out. Something I was watching something made me upset. It's like I'm not gonna say the words AQ, the group that hit us on 9/11. I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm just gonna. I was watching this. I love this guy, Adam Fitzgerald. Great commentator. He's like laser targeted on 9/11. Basically, he deserves way more subscribers, but he's the best expert I've seen on 9/11. This guy knows everything about 9/11. He knows little known things about 9/11 that I've never even seen the diehards talk about. He's not a conspiracy theorist. He follows straight facts. He always leaves documents and stuff as well. Like this guy, but just this title here just pissed me off. I'm not gonna read it or say what the name of the group is that hit us on 9/11, but I made a video about 9/11 was the worst day of my life, and it always stuck with me even 25 years, 24 years later. And now we're making deals with that guy in Syria. Like he was part of that. I know he wasn't around or what didn't hit us, but he was in that group, the A group, AQ. And I can't believe we just forget it. We took him off the terrorist. I'm just gonna say the words, man. If you don't like this part of the video, fast forward. I gotta get my thoughts out. I can't just hold him in. We took him off the terrorist designation watch list. Like we're saying this guy's cool now. He was in Al Qaeda. I don't like it. But a lot of things I like about this fucking administration. They don't care about 9/11. They don't care about terrorism. All they care about is Israel. Anyways, as you can see from the title, this video is about the Boeing 707. I haven't done a video on any kind of aerospace stuff recently. I've been so laser focused on gardening. Let's just get back into it. I made a commitment to do a video on every Boeing plane, every at least every family of model. And we've done off memory. I think we've done the Boeing 737, at least the Max, which I don't like for obvious reasons. So many problems with. They got grounded back in a few years ago. I think 23. But the 737 Max, we did the 747, my favorite Boeing plane, 747-8, if you want to be exact. I like the 747-8 International as well. The one that says Lufthansa on the side. I hope I'm saying it right. Lufthansa. I don't know what that means, but it's the international version of the Boeing 747-8. We've done the seven. I think we've done the 717, the 717. That's the safest Boeing. No hull losses or fatalities. Um, I think we did 767. We definitely did the 777. We compared the 767, I believe, to the A380 by Airbus. And anyways, we're gonna look over the record one day, and I won't do any duplicates. But anyways, today's the Boeing 707. Let's get into it. The Boeing 707 is a legendary aircraft that revolutionized air travel and ushered in the jet age. Here's some interesting facts. I mean, obviously, it's the first Boeing passenger jet. It changed the game. I want to see the gray, but is this the first? But why is it not gray? I thought at first all the passenger jets were just gray. They weren't painted to save weight and money too. But I want to see the gray Boeing, just the metal, bare metal. Maybe it wasn't 707. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. What were those big passenger planes that were just gray, just metal? Yeah, these. What is that? Like the Boeing 247? So the 707 isn't the first passenger plane. Is this a passenger plane or is it a military plane? Okay, yeah, it's an early American airliner. Yeah, I guess it did hold people. Okay, I was wrong. They only built 75 of them? Wait, that's crazy. Why only 75? But I'm not gonna add out the part where I said the 707 was the first passenger plane. I guess I'm wrong. But I'm not ashamed of that. Being wrong is how you learn. I learned something. Let's actually learn what the first Boeing passenger plane is. Lamba. Wait, the Boeing 80 biplane? So what in the I guess the 707 is just the first in the family of 700s. But the Boeing 80 biplane. Okay, we're gonna learn about both. It's gonna learn about both. That does not look safe. But the early days of air travel were not Not good at all. Not luxurious or they were luxurious for in the terms of like you got to eat on the flight, really good food like steak or chicken and potato. You had your couple sides and your dessert, wine, champagne. But you could like it was very dangerous. You know what I mean? But yeah. Okay, back to the 707. We'll learn about the 80 biplane in a second. Okay. The pioneer of the jet age. While other jet aircraft existed, the 707 was the first okay, so it was the first widely successful commercial jetliner. Well, I thought it was the first, I guess. That's the other ones didn't do, you know, didn't make much of an impact. Sparking a global shift in air travel. Its introduction in the late 1950s revolutionized air travel by making long distance journeys faster and more accessible. God, my nose run. I don't want to like sniff or blow my nose either one. Okay, I gotta blow my. I'll be right back in like less than a minute because that's just gross, and I want to like I just gotta get it over with. It's summer, allergies are crushing me. I'll be right back. Man, both my ears popped. Should feel great. Okay, prototype Dash 80. The 707's origins trace back to the prototype. Wait, okay, I thought I was gonna talk about the. I thought I was gonna say the 80 biplane, the Boeing 367-80, named the Dash 80. Okay, now you know you guys see what that looks like. Ah, it looks really modern. It's just a prototype, so did it actually fly, or is it just a prototype? Just like a wait, three seats, huh? So it really is just a prototype. I don't think this thing ever took flight. Three seats is not. That's not a real plane. I guess it's empty fuselage. Wait, it was in service though. What do you mean three seats? What do you mean by that? Wait, number built one. I guess it really is just a prototype. It doesn't do anything. All it has is probably just the captains and the what do you call the first mate, whatever you call it. And I'm still learning. And I don't know what the third C would be for. An instructor, like an engineer or tester, maybe. But that's crazy. So I want to see the inside of it now. I know this video is like not very smooth at all, but I'm learning new stuff that I didn't know. That they would build prototype planes. It's basically just a dummy plane. That's crazy. I want to see the inside of this thing. So it does have passenger seats. So is Google just like lying to me? I don't understand what they mean like three seats. Okay, let's find the real number. See, Google is really annoying sometimes. I'm doubt it's three. Wait, it is three seats. I don't understand what they mean by that. Okay, we're gonna Google what is a prototype plane. I know what prototype means, but it's like proto means like the early first. It's like a it's like an example. They're like it's a prototype. I'm not very articulate. I don't care. You know, it is what it is. Anyways, it was a prototype plane. I know proto means earlier first. Anyways, the first or early version. You go first and early. I just said it. I know my words. I'm just not very. I'm just flustered because this video isn't going smooth at all, and I'm thinking about redoing it, but I don't want to because I feel like we could learn something from this video, but it's not going the way I want to at all. And the prototype plane is the first or early version of an aircraft that's built to test. Okay, so it's okay. Now you ask it: does a prototype have passenger seats? Can it often do? But it just told me it has three seats in it. I don't think it does, guys. But it's really annoying. I feel like this learning about this plane ruined my video because I'm caught up on how can I have. I think it does because it doesn't even have any windows. I really don't think there's seats. I think it's just the front seats for the tester because there are no windows on this plane. Anyways, I'm sorry about that, but I have a curious mind, and I had to know if that plane had seats in it. I would have been wondering about that. All right, here we go. No more of the little detours. We're going to read straight through now. Air Force One, a variant of the Boeing 707 design, is the VC-137C, served as the presidential transport known as Air Force One from the early 1960s to the 1990s. Just what Kennedy flew on. I had asked myself that in one of these videos before. I was like, what kind of plane did Kennedy fly on? And now I know. It's the Boeing 707. Long service life. The 707 had a remarkable service life, remaining in commercial operation for over half a century. That's pretty damn impressive. Some military variants are even still used today. Innovation design. 707 introduced key design elements that influence future aircraft, including its swept wings, sleek nose, the fuselage cross section. The Boeing 737, for example, uses a modified version of the 707's fuselage. Faster and more comfortable. Compared to earlier propeller-driven planes, the 707 offered significantly increased speed. I guess it had engines, cutting travel times in half on some routes, and also provided a smoother ride at higher altitudes, reducing air sickness. Yeah, air sickness was a big problem early in the day. Like you'd have to literally carry a paper bag between your knees as you throw up on the plane. The Boeing 707 competed with and like the cabin wasn't even pressurized in the early days. They only fly like 6,000 feet. It was a joke. No collision detection systems or anything. Competition and evolution. The Boeing 707 competed with the DC-8, Douglas McDonnell Douglas DC-8 in the market. Boeing developed various versions of the 707 to cater to different needs and improve performance, including the long-range intercontinental variant. The Boeing 707's success significantly contributed to Boeing's rise as a leading aircraft manufacturer, laid the foundation for future iconic aircraft like the 747, the best. 747 is the best plane. I don't care how, if it's not the safest, it's the most iconic. Everybody knows the 747. Everybody. But there you go. This is the 707. I really hate this video. Because I resent myself for going off on that stupid thing about that damn other plane. Well, now we gotta learn about the Boeing 80 biplane now. Now your video's gonna be great. I have 6,000 videos. Some of them are gonna be like this, and I'm just gonna go with it. I'm not perfect. I ain't trying to be. I don't give a shit if you like the video or not. I'm like, yeah. It may sound harsh, it may sound whatever. Ain't nobody gonna watch this front of the video anyways. In the vein of Donald Trump, I think I got a better version of his. Mine actually rhymes. He said, "I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care about you. I just want your view. Tell me interesting facts about the book. Because once I got your view, it is nothing else matters. You gave me the engagement I wanted. Just like you gave me your vote, nothing matters after that. You're just a number on the screen to me. Tell me interesting facts about the Boeing 80 biplane. The Boeing Model 80 is an American airliner from the 1920s with some interesting facts. Like I don't care if this video never gets a thumbs up. If every view gets a thumb down, like as long as I got the view, like I'll even try to clickbait it. I don't care. I mean, this ain't no ethical YouTube channel. I don't give a shit about any of this. Pioneer of passenger comfort. The Model 8, like I'm not doing YouTube for money. I do it for passion. I'm just fucking they just are just fucking around. They just what I like to do. I don't edit. I don't care. Pioneer of passenger comfort. The Model 80 was designed with passenger comfort and convenience in mind, offering features like spacious cabins, leather upholstery, reading lamps. Why reading lamps? So fancy. Ventilation and even hot and cold running water. Wow. Okay, I gotta admit that is pretty impressive. If this plane's from the 20s, it had hot and cold running water. That's pretty neat. Early flight attendants. Oh boy. Boeing Air Transport, the airline that operated the Model 80, hired America's first female flight attendants. You know what I think about when I think of the female flight attendants from the 30s? Probably got harassed like crazy. These 8 individuals, all unmarried, and they couldn't be married. If you got married, you couldn't be a flight attendant. Unmarried registered nurses were instrumental in making air travel. This country's so sexist. Jesus Christ. In making air travel more comfortable and reassuring for passengers. They got harassed like crazy. You know they did because men are scum. Airliner and airmail carrier. The Boeing 80 was a successful tri-motor biplane that carried both airmail and passengers. Yeah, the first planes were airmail planes. They got the first contracts. The first planes in this country got airmail contracts from the government to see if if it could work. Obviously, the first planes weren't carrying people; they were carrying cargo, and it expanded from that. Biplane design for performance. You always think about what the hell happens if a plane's carrying mail and packages and that plane crashes? You just never get your shit. Biplane design for performance. Unlike its contemporaries, which often utilized monoplane designs, the Model 80 was a biplane. The design choice was made to ensure good takeoff and landing performance. Good. I'm sure it was acceptable. You see, it's going to be no good plane. So there were no good planes back then compared to what we have today, especially from the relatively high altitude airfields prevalent on its routes. Surviving example. Only one Boeing Model 80A1 survives today. It was salvaged from an Anchorage dump in 1960, and now a centerpiece at the Museum of Flight in Seattle, which I want to visit desperately one day. I've heard great things about it. The top two museums I want to visit right now, well, three. I want to visit the 9/11 Memorial. I want to visit the Johnny Cash Museum in my city, Nashville. I want to visit this Museum of Flight in Seattle. From airline and freighter, the surviving Model 80A1 had a varied history. After its airline service, it was used for joyrides and advertising before being more modified in 1941 to become a cargo aircraft. I don't know why I always feel sad on the last line of these, but 'cause these planes are gone. You know, they were great planes for their time, and I'm sure they got a lot of work done. Carried a lot of people, carried a lot of cargo, and it's just sad to think about that. All those pilots, those brave pilots, are gone. And but they think they never got to live to see what a plane would become. They're flying around on propeller planes, prop planes. They didn't even know there'll be jet engines one day. But I guess you don't know what you don't know, But it's just interesting to think about the passage of time and the evolution of technology. That's it, guys. Not a smooth video, but if you try hard enough, you get something out of it. But anyways, I love you to see you, and yeah, that's the Boeing 707 and the 80 biplane.